And look at you go now. You can't be stopped. You are now an expert. Let's learn some bar chords. The bar chords are the enemy of all beginning ukulele players ever to exist. Bar chords suck. But they don't suck. They're actually not that bad. It actually makes ukulele playing awesome. They just suck when you're a beginner because it's hard and it's uncomfortable and it hurts. There's been so many times when I was a beginner and I was going through all of these songs I wanted to play, and I found all these YouTube videos, I found all this sheet music, and I was looking at it and I was getting away through it, and then there was a bar chord and I cracked them, threw the thing away and picked another song. But we're not going to need to do that anymore because we're going to learn 4 bar chords. That means that you can play any bar chord ever and then you'll be set, you'll be sorted. So let's learn the first one. We're going to learn D7. So to play D7, I'm just going to bar the 2nd fret with your index finger there, not your middle finger. Middle finger is going to go where C, when you want to play C, it's going to go on the bottom string of the 3rd fret. And like always, just make sure you're not pressing too hard, because when you're doing bar chords, this is when technique issues that you may have, or you may have created some bad habits, they really come out when you're doing bar chords. Because if you're doing it wrong playing other chords, when you're playing the trickier chords, it's not going to sound good. You're going to muck it up straight away. So that's D7. The next one you want to learn is B minor. Now to play B minor, you keep the bar in the same spot, but you're going to bring up your ring finger up to the top string of the 4th fret there. And that's B minor. Next, we're going to learn B flat. Now B flat, we're going to keep this same shape. Keep the shape, we're going to drag it back up to the 1st fret. Alright, everything stays the same, but we're going to bring our middle finger onto the 2nd string of the 2nd fret. Everything else is the same. Perfect, that's 3. Last one is E major. Now E major can be a bit tricky. We're going to have our index finger. You can do this 2 ways. You can either keep the shape. I'm going to teach it the way I play it first. So index finger, bottom string, 2nd fret, and then we're going to use our ring finger and we're going to hold down 3 strings, except for the bottom one, on the 4th fret. So to do that, you're going to want to try and make a weird shape with your finger. You want to try and bend it a little bit like that, so it just keeps down the strings and not the other one. Now this took me ages to practice, ages. And I see some people playing it like this, using their fingers. Feel free, but it's doable. Like I'm doing it now. But when you're wanting to go through different chords and you have to do it quickly, it can make it a bit harder. Now the other way, if you're keeping the same shape, and I sort of recommend you do this because you want to try and do it all the same way. So D7 to B minor to B flat, B flat. Now to E major, keep the bar, slide it down to the 2nd fret, and then do the same weird funky shape with your ring finger, and then hold it like that. Now when I'm playing some songs, I do exactly this because I want to keep the same shape the whole way through. So it's very easy to go. Just like that, and you work your way through all of them. And I recommend you practice that as much as you can, just like we did with the minor and the major chords in the other videos. So we're going D7, B minor, B flat, E major. Now the reason why I picked these 4 might not necessarily always work together in songs or music or anything like that. Sometimes they do, and people have used them before, no doubt. But mainly is that we've now learnt each shape that you can do with your fingers, because you've involved each finger, except for the pinky, but that's okay. The pinky is pretty easy to use. Like if you want to play D, you've already learnt the shape here, then you can just add the little pinky finger. That's no dramas at all. So it's all little adds and little bits you can add on top of from now on. So I really recommend you just go D7, B minor, B flat, E major, D7, B minor, B flat, E major. And just practice, 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 and practice. And look at you go now. You can't be stopped. You are now an expert. Thank you very much for watching.